I feel a growing distance between me and my girlfriend, and every time I try to bridge the gap she blows up the bridge behind me, and now we are a Grand Canyon apart because I am needy and insecure, but it's because she never shows me love anymore. I, 37M, have been dating my girlfriend, Anna, 26F, for about 1.5 years. 5 months ago we moved in together, got a dog, and bought all new furniture. I've previously been married, so I didn't want to rush, but I'm head over heels for this girl. I made sure that she didn't feel like it was too fast, because she is younger than I, and this was a major concern. Anna told me that she was ready for this and we both wanted to start our life together. When Anna and I started dating, she was 6 months out of a 5-year relationship in which her now ex was distant and ignored her. Eventually she got tired of it and left him. I was worried I was a rebound at first, but she quickly alleviated that concern. I've tried to do my best to show her how nuts I am about her. I've never felt this way about anyone before. I tell her often how much she means to me, and I try to do little things like picking up flowers, surprise dates, etc. We've both been happy, but over time I've started to notice her being a bit emotionally distant. She would tell me she loved me when I told her first, and she would reply to cute texts most of the time, but she didn't really initiate either. I started to feel like she was just going through the motions and not really feeling it. I would try to talk with her about this, and she would get upset. Anna would tell me we're fine. Drop it. I tried, but it didn't feel like we were okay. I started to fall into a cycle of worrying about us, which would make her mad, which would make me worry more. This reached a head on Thanksgiving. We went to her large family Thanksgiving, 50+ people, and I can admit, I was needy. I felt like she was mad at me, because she was being abrupt. I felt this horrible distance and no matter what I could do, it just got worse. We went home the next day and she told me that she needed a break. I asked what was going on and she said that she was exhausted by having to reassure me about our relationship and that I didn't believe her when she told me she loved me. I left and stayed at a hotel for 2 days. When I returned home, she said she wanted to make it work. I told her I would try to need less, if she could try to give more. I really wanted her to take the initiative sometimes, and I recognized that I was being needy. We did well for a while. I told myself that she was showing love for me in other ways, making dinner, asking what I wanted to watch, going on dog walks with me, even if she wasn't taking the initiative in the ways I did. Anna told me she saw me working on it and we were doing well. Making Christmas plans, I asked Anna if she wanted me to come to her parents, and she told me she really wanted it to be just her family. Trying to not be needy, I accepted this and made plans to go to my parents. We celebrated our couple's Christmas about a week before she planned on going to her parents, about 1.5 hours away, and I was going to mine, 9 hours away, for actual Christmas. The plan was for me to meet her at her parents for New Year's, and we would go home the next day. During our week apart, I started to miss her. I tried not to be needy, just to text every now and then and a call on Christmas Day. She also kept in better contact, which I enjoyed. I was a little concerned when I learned that Anna was letting her best friend plan her birthday later this month instead of me. Anna planned mine. I assumed I would plan hers. She told me it was no big deal. I tried to let it go even though I felt excluded. I also got concerned about our lease. We had a chance to save 5% in rent if we signed early for another year. I asked her about it, and even though I thought we both liked the apartment, she said she didn't want to lock in for another year because she wasn't sure where she wanted to be in a year. This worried me. We had talked about staying another year. I asked, "You mean about the apartment, right, not us?" I know it was a stupid question. She got mad and said, "God. Yes, we're fine." I apologized. I was excited for us to see each other on New Year's Eve. I'm a romantic, and I was hoping for the storybook giant hug, kiss and I missed you. When I arrived at her parents, she came out with our dog and I told her how much I missed and loved her. She said okay. Missed you too. No smile, no kiss, no nothing. I got a sinking feeling. I told her flat out, "I'm not trying to be needy, babe, but I was hoping you would be excited to see me." She told me she was excited. I was just more enthusiastic about it. I let it go, and we went out with friends for New Year's. I still felt this distance. New Year's morning we woke up, I rolled over and told her that I wanted this to be the year we really focus on us, that I was excited to keep working on getting us to a good place. She didn't seem to care. I asked her what was going on, and said once again, "We're fine. Drop it." I told her that I didn't feel like we were fine. Why can't we talk about stuff? Why can't I get any real emotions from you? She went off. She told me that she was exhausted by how needy I am, and was tired of reassuring me, and she didn't feel like anything had gotten better since our break. I told her that it's hard to feel secure when she keeps making me feel insecure, and I thought she said we were getting better. She told me she isn't my mother and that's not her job. I told her I love her, and I want to make this work, but we both need to be working at it. She told me she didn't want to work at it and we were done. I asked her not to do this again, the after Thanksgiving break, that we can fight/argue/disagree and fix things instead of just breaking up. She told me again she was tired of trying. We were done. I dropped her off at her parents and told her, "I love you. Please don't do this. If you love me we can make this work." She replied, "I'm not happy. I don't love you right now." I left, and I haven't seen her in 4 days. I haven't heard anything from her. One of my friends texted her asking what happened and she told her he's a great person, he will make someone happy someday. I talked to her friend, the one planning the birthday, who told me I told her she shouldn't have gotten back with you after Thanksgiving. I think she moved in with you out of convenience. She likes you as a person but you're different people. Obviously not what I wanted to hear and I don't know what to make of it. So there we are, I'm feeling lost, sad, pissed off and alone. My friends have been super supportive, but I miss Anna, and our dog. I've been alone in our home, sleeping alone in our bed, miserable. I guess this post is part venting, part asking advice. What do I do from here? I'm afraid if I call or text her she will just see me being needy again. I honestly love Anna and want it to work, but I don't know how to make it better, or if she even wants to. I don't know if I'm being unreasonable wanting her to be more emotionally available. I don't know when she is coming home or anything. Thank you all for sticking with this long post. Update. Thank you all for the advice and feedback. For clarity's sake, I wasn't trying to win Anna back after all the stuff she pulled. At first, absolutely, but not now. Of course I miss what we had, but I am ready for this to be over with. She told me yesterday that she is moving out this weekend. A week passed after the breakup, and I heard nothing from Anna. I took everyone's advice and did not contact her. I came home from the gym, also took that advice, one night and there she was, sitting on the couch, crying. I sat by her and she unloaded. She told me that she was sorry, that she had treated me like her ex had treated her. As mentioned in the old post, her ex was distant/unavailable and neglected her for 5 years. She said that I wasn't too needy, she just couldn't open up. She said that I was the best boyfriend she had ever had, that our relationship was amazing and I had done nothing wrong. I told her that I still loved her, that she was the best part of my life. I asked her if she wanted to work it out. She said no. We're done. I don't feel butterflies every day. I told her that real adult relationships take work, that you won't feel that new love butterfly feeling every day but you work on it and make sure you are both happy. She told me it was easier to leave than to work on it, and that was what she wanted to do. After we spoke, she gathered some clothes and left again, presumably to her parents. She returned a few days later and was a different person. I would try to tell her that I still loved her and we could work it out. She would act like she couldn't hear me or I wasn't there, like literally staring past me. Eventually she yelled at me, "Why are you fighting for this? It's done." I told her fine, if she wanted to leave the life we started, apartment, dog, furniture etc., then she needed to leave. I told her that I couldn't bear to live with her as roommates and not as a couple. She said she would start looking for a new place. I told her I would be keeping the dog. She told me she hated me for doing so, and said, "See? I knew you were a jerk. I'm glad I left you." After a few days of sleeping on the couch while she was in what was our bedroom, I came home from work and she had moved all of my things, clothes, possessions, everything, out of our bedroom and into the guest bedroom and bathroom. She told me the master bedroom and bath were hers and not to go near them. I asked that we at least be civil to one another, if for no other reason than to honor the relationship we had. She ignored me and continued to act like I wasn't there. I told her she needed to find a new place ASAP. We continued like this for a while, her acting like I wasn't there, me being heartbroken. I stopped trying to talk to her about working it out. At every opportunity, she would make a nasty or mean comment, telling me not to sit on her couch. We financed the furniture in her name, as her credit was better, telling me not to eat her food, that we had bought together, throwing clothes that I had bought for her at me saying give these to your next fudging girlfriend, accidentally dropping my toothbrush in the trash, talking on the phone and loudly saying yeah he's still here, I know he's a jerk, etc. She's acting like I cheated on her, or decided to end the relationship or somehow wronged her. In the meantime, most of her friends and family, including her mother who called me crying, have been asking what is wrong with her and why she is doing this. I'm not digging, and I'm not reaching out to them, but all of them are telling me she has gone off the deep end. About 2.5 weeks after the breakup, with us still in the same place, I was at dinner with a friend who was using a dating app. He opened it and the first profile to show up was Anna. She used pictures of us with me cropped out as her profile. I was devastated. When I got home I told her I had seen her profile and she literally laughed in my face. She said, "Yay, how else am I going to get over you?" I was mad, heartbroken and confused. I told her that it made me feel like we meant nothing to her. I asked, "Did we mean that little to you? You didn't even wait a month?" She shrugged and walked away. She left that evening, and didn't come home until the next morning, in the same clothes. She did that 2 more days in a row. I'm not an idiot, I've seen a walk of shame before. Sunday she came home to pick up some clothes. I asked if she was staying. She said no, I have a ride waiting. Don't go outside. I looked out the window and there was some ugly dude in a car. I couldn't believe this stuff. I said, "Are you fudging kidding? Are you dating him or something?" She replied, "No, I'm just sleeping with him." Again, I was floored. See a trend? I could not fudging believe this. Less than 3 weeks ago I wanted to spend my life with this woman. A month ago we talked about buying a house, and now this? I said, "Does he know about me? Does he know that you still live with the man you said you wanted to spend your life with?" She said no. I told her I should go introduce myself and she replied, "Why do you want to ruin this for me?" I had no words. I went outside, she followed and jumped in his car. They sped off. I called her, it went to voicemail. I left the following message: Anna, I loved you without condition since we met. I did nothing but support, honor, respect and care for you. I cannot believe you would do this and bring him here. You are acting like garbage. Seriously, you're fudging trashy. What happened to you? Don't you ever dare bring him, or anyone else, to my home again. I don't know what happened to the woman I loved, but she is dead to me. I need you to move out ASAP. She returned 2 days ago and told me that if I speak to her she will call the cops for harassment. She started packing by putting my bath towels, hers before we moved in together. We donated my stuff because we would have doubles, in a box, as well as other things I use on a daily basis. She took the soap and toaster. Who does that? I tried to talk to her. I asked her, can't we at least be civil and decent to one another? We loved each other for a long time, doesn't that at least mean something? She told me it didn't mean anything. You didn't mean anything. That leveled me. After that she didn't speak except to say, oh, you probably noticed the hickey on my neck. Yeah, I don't remember which one gave me that. I'm done. I'm disgusted by her behavior, and heartbroken missing the woman I used to know and love. She has told me she will give me 30 days notice when she plans to leave. I'm counting the minutes. In the meantime, it feels like she is taking every opportunity to hurt me, make me feel small, and treat me like I wronged her. She has even taken to ignoring the dog we got together, not taking it out when I am not home, then texting me, your dog peed on the floor, you're not a very good pet owner. I wanted to thank everyone who messaged and replied to the last thread. This has been one of the hardest times of my life, and you have all been very supportive. I'm starting therapy next week, and I have signed up for a kickboxing class. I'm ready to move on, even if I am not ready to be healed yet.